Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be the narcissistic relationship is over. Was it my fault? Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. I'm going to jump right into it. So the relationship is over. Again, remember, maybe it ended yesterday, 10 years ago, 30 years ago. Whenever it ended. And if it did end recently with you for any reason, I understand it's a very difficult time. I sincerely do. I understand. The whole thing is you're going to ask yourself many questions, and one question you will ask yourself, which we will focus on and I will give you the answers to in this video, is, was it my fault? So that's exactly what crosses your mind during different parts of the healing path, of the healing process of understanding who you were with, which was a narcissist. Now, this is going to take time, and what you're going to find yourself doing throughout many parts of the healing path and the healing process is you will question yourself. Like, was it my fault? Did I do everything? Did I contribute? Should I have done this? And all these things. But was it your fault? I'm going to tell you right now, sincerely, it wasn't your fault. And I'm going to give you many reasons why it was not. When you were with the narcissist, in the beginning of the relationship, when you were with them, you thought you were with a loving, kind, warm-hearted soul, somebody that was going to be a great compliment to you, and maybe the two of you were going to, have plans and work towards the same goals in the same future. Or maybe it was a business associate, and we didn't even know that narcissism existed in either case. Maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's your brother, sister, sibling, like we talk about. The thing is, this is what you did, because you're most likely an empath and you're on the channel, and again, thank you for being here, is you've contributed, you've worked on the relationship, you've given the narcissist multiple chances to change and to improve their behavior, to improve their attitude, to improve themselves. Now, I'm suggesting on this video that because of who you are and how you are, I know you didn't want to quit. You didn't want to give up. You believed in the relationship, and you believed that it would work, and you believed that the more you contributed, the better chances of it surviving and or improving were. None of this is true with the narcissist. You see, the narcissist is a person who takes, and when they're done taking from you, they will take more. On top of that, keep in mind, the narcissist in the relationship was constantly pushing you, pushing your boundaries, testing you. And they were doing things to you that you didn't even know existed, the terms you didn't even know existed, such as gaslighting you, stonewalling you, giving you the silent treatment, making you walk on eggshells. They certainly had you hooked in the trauma bond if it was a romantic relationship. They invalidated you. They did everything they possibly could to abuse you. And yes, to abuse you. You see, you were giving to a fault. Like I mentioned on the channel many times, you were trying, your head was spinning throughout the relationship, and you were thinking, wow, what is this? Like I can make this work. I know I can. And you would rack your head, like you would really work hard to try and figure out how to make it better. And everything you did, you understood slowly that it wasn't working. So you tried harder, and you tried harder, and you kept trying until finally that one day or that one moment or whenever the relationship ended for whatever reason, you realized that this isn't working. It's not healthy for me. I've lost so many family members, friends, loved ones. I've lost business associates, my job, my looks, my health. My money certainly has been decimated. All of these things, all the beauty that you have and all the attributes that you have that we talk about on the channel, they vanished now. Why? Because the narcissist kept taking, and you kept giving, and you kept trying to work on it. So was it your fault that the narcissistic relationship ended? Absolutely not. Did you do everything you possibly could to maintain a healthy relationship with the narcissist? You did. Did you listen to them and try to make the changes when they asked you to change? And they did ask you many times. If you'd only do this better, if you'd only do that, when they were triangulating you and making you feel like, wow, you need to work harder for the relationship. But did you make the changes? I'm sure you did. Each and every time you had a conversation with the narcissist and an intellectual discussion, maybe just the two of you without them being on their smartphones, and let's say it lasted for 20 minutes, when in fact these things should have happened daily, and they should have been upwards of an hour. I used to call it adult time. Let's just have adult time and talk. No, wasn't going to happen with the narcissist. But getting back on track, when you tried to do this and you attempted it, and you said, hey, you know, I really think we should do this and this. I believe that the relationship would be better if you would be contributing more, you know, maybe being here, present more, or listening to my feelings, or, you know, just being there for me. I think it would benefit us. What would the narcissist do? They would either brush it aside and be like, you're always complaining. What are you talking about? Toughen up. No one else would be like this. Or what are you thinking about? They would give you answers like that. What is that when they're doing that? That's right. They're invalidating you again. They're making you feel that your feelings are less than. They're worthless. And that's what happens in a narcissistic relationship. But you fought on. You pushed forward. You continued to work on the relationship. So was it your fault? No. Did you do everything in your power to succeed like you've done with things before you met the narcissist? Maybe sporting events, maybe career decisions, maybe traveling, all the beautiful things you've accomplished before you met the narcissist. Remember those days? Did you do well then? Yes, you did. And did you fail at some things? Maybe you did. But guess what? You owned it, and you grew from it, and you learned, and eventually you passed. That's what a beautiful, healthy human being does. The narcissist doesn't do that. What they do is destroy, manipulate, deceive, rinse, wash, repeat. That's what they do. So did the narcissist actually want the relationship to end? I'm going to give you a little tough love here. Yes, they probably did. Now, I'm not trying to trigger people at all. But the narcissist needs many forms of supply. Remember that. And your expiration date most likely ran up. And they were probably like, I took everything from this one. Like, really? Do I have to be here any longer? Like, this is just, my batteries are getting low. This is the narcissist. And there's nothing more to take from this person, sincerely. They have no money now. They're physically ailing, and they have their jobs on the decline. Like, things are just not good. It's time to move on. That's what they think. They don't think like, wow, you know what? I need to be there for them. I need to build them back up and help them and get them back on their feet. Let's do it. Why would they think that? I mean, why wouldn't they think that? Because they're a narcissist, and their whole mission is to take from you and to manipulate and destroy. That's what they do. So the relationship, when it ended, was it your fault? No, it wasn't. Absolutely not. You see, if it were your fault, you would be saying, yes, I should have done that. I know I could have done that. I know I could have improved it. If I had done this, things would have been better. Be honest with yourself. Any changes you made in the relationship, any changes that you think you may have made to make the relationship better, what would they have actually done for the relationship? That's right. They would have prolonged the misery, prolonged the torture, prolonged being abused. And would that be healthy for you? No, it wouldn't be healthy for any of us. So you see, there came a breaking point for you and for the narcissist. And that point, when it was, I can't tell you. I can tell you this. For whatever reason your relationship ended, it's a blessing in disguise. Now again, if your relationship ended recently, I'm not trying to trigger you. I understand that this is fresh and it's extremely, extremely difficult to go through. I am with you more than you know. But for those of us who have been out of the relationship for a while now, we understand that the relationship wasn't going to make it. Because you see, when one person is working on the relationship and the other person is literally oblivious to what's going on, and all they want you to do is be there as their errand boy, or as the person who pays the bills, or as their helper, what's called the unpaid helper, as I did in a previous video. That's what they want. They don't want companionship. They don't want love. They don't want trust. They have no respect. All they want to do is take from you, and take, and that's what they do. So was the relationship ending your fault? No, it wasn't. As a matter of fact, if you really are honest with yourself, you'll say to yourself, wow, that relationship was not only was it toxic and abusive and destructive and a one-way street that benefited the narcissist, but this actually totally tore me apart. And I'm still trying to put some of the pieces of the puzzle together. Believe me, I am too. It's not a good experience. It's one of the most excruciatingly difficult things you'll ever have to go through in your entire life, bar none. But was the relationship ending your fault? No. Will a narcissist try to blame you and try to pin it on you and say, yeah, you know, if you only did this, this, and this? They will do it. They will try to do that with you at certain points post-narcissistic ending of the relationship. They will try to blame you. Why? Because that's what they do. They blame shift. They finger point. They can't be accountable or responsible for anything in their lives. Remember that. It's always someone else being blamed. And remember, the narcissist sees things in black and white, good or bad, up or down, in or out. It's just that simple. And so with you, when the narcissistic relationship ended, however it ended, you're now painted black. That's what it is. You're the villain. You're the bad person. And believe me when I tell you The narcissistic relationship was not your fault. The ending of it wasn't. It wasn't. Nothing you did would have changed the outcome. The only things you could say, if you changed some of the things in the relationship, it would have prolonged or shortened the length of the relationship. The relationship was going to end anyway. It really was. And this is tough love, but it's real. And I'm trying to educate you and let you know that the longer you are in a toxic narcissistic relationship, the more healing you have to do, the more growing you have to do, the longer it could take. It doesn't mean it will take. But let's be real, the longer you're exposed to something, let's say in this case, as an analogy, let's say it's the sun. Let's say you're in the desert and you're exposed in the sun, for a week straight. Well, your skin's gonna get crackly and brittle and dry, and it's not gonna be healthy, right? That's exactly how it is with the narcissist. The longer you're exposed to them, the more things decline for you. And you may say, well, that's right, Andrew, but why don't they decline for the narcissist? They don't decline for the narcissist. They sincerely don't, because you're offering everything to give them the supply they need to continue to move forward. You see, you are the battery. You're the one that's giving them all the energy so they can continue to manipulate, lie, deceive, steal, cheat, destroy. That's what they do. Before I close the video, I'm going to let you know the narcissistic relationship ending was not your fault. In no uncertain terms, it was not your fault. If anything, you should be grateful that you're out of it. I know it's difficult for some of you to take that pill, to swallow that pill. I understand, but it's true, it's real. And you'll notice for those of you who have been out of the relationship for any length of time and you've healed, I'm talking about the veterans who have healed, miraculously things start to get better. Your hair starts to grow. You're making new friends. You're taking classes. Your finances are increasing, or at least you're diminishing your debts. Maybe you moved a house. Maybe you've done all these new things, but you see the world through different eyes now. You see the world the way it was meant to be seen. The thing is, you had to go through this narcissistic experience, unfortunately, to understand and to get to the other side, just like me. So guys, think about it and be honest with yourself. The narcissistic relationship ending, was it your fault? If you think that you could have done more, if you think you could have contributed more or spent more time, or any reason you have, anything, be honest with yourself. Would you rather be in the relationship being abused right now, not educating yourself and just going through life as a puppet, as a pawn, as just an appliance? Or would you rather have gone through the fire, came out on the other side, understood, have the education, the awareness, the intellect, the resilience, the power, and the bright light within you to move forward and to protect yourself, maintaining your boundaries going forward? I personally would rather have the latter. I would rather be educated, informed, and understand that people like this do exist on the planet. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I love doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Please have a great evening. Namaste. I love you all so much. I will talk to you in the morning. Have a great evening. And remember this, the narcissistic relationship ending was not your fault. There's no way it could have been. You were duped. You were manipulated. You were tricked by a person wearing a mask, an inauthentic human being that just goes from person to person, hopping around, taking people's goodness. I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.